Good morning. Welcome back, or welcome to day 19 of Belong. So, I found a clip yesterday by Brene Brown. She's this amazing woman who does all this research about how we interact with each other, the ways we are. And she was saying that she belongs everywhere that she goes, that she belongs in herself, she belongs always, as long as she's keeping the sense of integrity with herself. And it really resonated. I was like, oh, yeah, that just somehow, and I don't even have words to articulate it, but it's like a jigsaw piece landed when I saw that. I was like, oh, yeah, I belong in the spaces I create when I keep my integrity, because then there's this seamless sense of harmony or flow or boundary with the world and the emotional spaces that I'm in. And yeah, I really like that. So come, let's move together. So land on your back, knees are bent. Land, arrive, settle, feel, drop, be. And then gently just arching into your lower back and flattening into your lower back. Arching into your lower back and flattening down. So as you arch, notice the whole of your spine. For me, I'm noticing how my shoulders are affected by the movement, how my feet are affected by the movement. Nice. Rock your knees from side to side. And again, I'm noticing my shoulders and my feet, and then the length and the drag and the pull and the mobilization through the whole of my body. Nice. Squeeze the right knee up towards you, hug it in. And just let yourself sink into the deep of that sensation. Arriving, settling. And then stretch your right leg long and draw your right leg down towards you. And feel like you can plant the back of your pelvis a little bit more deeply into the floor and lean into the backs of your leg. Bend your knee and then plant your pelvis and lean into the back of your leg. Bend your knee. Plant your pelvis, lean into the back of your leg, and then keep planting and leaning, and then just open and close your foot. So point your toes, flex your foot, point your toes, flex your foot. Nice. Reach up as high as you can, wherever that is, and then drop your shoulders and let yourself just hang out of your leg and let the weight of your arm pull your leg towards you. Remember to keep moving, wiggle your foot or bend your knee or change the weight from side to side. Alter the intensity. Nice, change. Squeeze the left knee up towards you, hug it down. Deepen into your breath. Let yourself land. And then stretch the left leg up. And as you lengthen the left leg up, plant your pelvis a little bit deeper into the floor and lean into the back of your leg. Nice. Bend your knee. Plant your pelvis. Lean into the back of your leg. Bend your knee. Plant your pelvis. Lean into the back of your leg. Nice. Bend your knee. Last one. Reach up. Hold on somewhere high. And then just point your toes. Flex your foot. Point your toes. Flex your foot. And move. Move your body in whatever way supports you to stay in this approximate shape with a lengthening in the back of your leg. Nice. Reach both legs up, flexing both feet, pointing both toes. Oh, just feel that. How do your legs feel this morning? Roll into big circles with your ankles. Closing your eyes and feeling your feet is such a, I don't know, I just love feeling my feet moving in space. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. So bring your arms wide. You can either keep your elbows bent or have your arms straight, and rock your knees from side to side with your feet in the air. And pause at the end of your range. So yesterday I met somebody and they reminded me that years ago I answered the front doorbell. Somebody rang the front doorbell and I went out and somebody was looking for something in Northern. And I was talking to them, and then suddenly this sound of chirping started coming from my jumper. And so I explained to the person who was at the door that I had baby turkey chicks down my top, and they'd just hatched, and there's this thing where when the turkeys first land or hatch, it's really important that they get contact. And if they're coming from an incubator, I'm that contact. So I had them down my top and I was keeping them warm and creating relational contact for them. And so there was this cheeping from my jumper. Roll your knees in a big circle. And so in that particular house, I'm called the turkey woman. Oh, it's so lovely. So yeah. I forget all the different weird and wild and wonderful things we've done that we do very regularly here. Do smiley knees. So draw your knees up on the right and then back to center and then up on the left. And my knees are moving quite far away from me as I do this. And I'm moving down my mat as I do this. I'm being pulled down my mat by the traveling of my pelvis. Feel that? I'm slowly traveling down my mat. How would you make this movement satisfying? So I'm going to deepen it ever so slightly and slow the movement down. I can feel it really meeting my deep lower back. I was lifting wood this morning, wheelbarrowing wood around. Very awesome. Great. Both feet to the floor. Pause. Oh, very nice. How lovely. So nice. So drop both knees down to the right. Reach your arms wide. Right, arms wide. And then take your left hand and reach as far over towards the right as you can. And then pull your left elbow back. So your left hand is doing propellers. And then let your left knee do propellers. So my left knee is traveling up towards my chest. My left elbow is backwards. And then my left hand reaches towards my right hand. And my left foot goes backwards. So propellers. And you're lying on the right side and you're rolling over and back on your right side as your left side flies like the blades of a helicopter. They're like the propellers of a helicopter. You can't stretch your leg out, so you're actually more propeller like. I have no space to do that, so I'm going to keep my knee bent and reach my arm. Eyes come back to center. Feel how different one side feels from the other. The left side feels really big to me, and the right side feels very squishy. So other side, drop your knees down to the left. Travel with your left hand towards your right hand towards the left, and then come into propellers. So the top leg is moving backwards as my arm moves forward, and my arm moves backwards as my knee moves forward. I'm kind of leaning into it, really feeling the deep of my belly and my hip moving as I do this. Squeezing my knee up towards me, lengthening long. Squeezing my knee up, lengthening long. Nice. Come land on your back and pause. Nice. So roll over and come onto your hands and knees. And then lengthen your right leg long behind you. And then lift your right foot off the floor and keep your back steady as you do it. So I'm not letting my back arch loads. I'm keeping this sense of
stability in my rib cage. So I'm focusing on my ribs as my leg moves up and down. How high can your leg move as you stabilize? Other side, left leg long. Allow your ribs to stabilize. If you have anything wrong, Bethan, if you've got for your wrists, if you want to rest onto your forearms or do this in standing, see what you need to do. So stabilize your ribs and lift your left leg long behind you and really feel like you're stabilizing. There's some movement. We're all connected, of course, but I'm not allowing my back to really sway. Nice. Sweep your right leg straight out towards the right. And then lift your right foot off the floor. Off the floor. Off the floor. So it's out to the side. And you're trying to lift your right foot off the floor. Nice. Left leg out to the side. And then lift. And lift. 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 Nice. So this time bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Bend your knee. Straighten your leg. And as you straighten your leg, just imagine you can lift your leg off the floor. So actually lifting your leg off the floor requires quite a lot of flexibility, but just venture down the pathway of how would I lift my leg off the floor? Okay. Bend your knee. If you can lift your leg, lift your leg. If not, notice what you would do to begin the journey of the lifting. Nice. Cool. Other side. Left leg forward. Bend your knee. What is the journey of lifting here? I think we've gone to like the most extreme end of a range of motion there. Some things are really easy for me and I forget. So this is a really easy movement for me and I think it's not normal. So 99.99% of you are all going, what? Lift my leg? So I'm really sorry. Bring your foot back. So bend your knees, push back into a downward dog. And then lift your right leg up and back behind you. And then lift your left leg up and back behind you. You just have a sense of reaching into your legs, opening into your belly. One leg goes up, the other leg goes up, up, up. Nice. And then bend your right knee and draw a big circle with your right knee in the air, the space beside you. Nice. And then roll in the other direction. Wow, that's really cool. Nice. Other way. Bend your left knee. Draw a big circle with your left knee. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs. Nice. Walk yourself forward and just hang out in your forward fold. Drop your elbows down. Drop your head down. Nice. Bend your knees a little bit. Straighten your legs. Bend your knees a little bit. Straighten your legs. Just have a feeling of, we were doing this on the floor, bend your knees and then lean into the backs of your legs and plant your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And just soften into, play into the backs of your legs. Nice. Hands to the floor and just rock your weight from side to side. Nice. Slowly rolling up.
Cool. Hands to your hips. Roll through the deep of your belly. And then roll in the other direction. So come stand to a wall, or if you have your stick handy, grab your stick. So I'm going to do it with a stick. I like the stick. So the wall is to your left. Stand with your feet, your elbows bent rather than straight, and reach your right hand over towards the wall. If you want to go deeper, then have your arms straight, okay? Because if you're reaching towards the wall with your arms straight, then it is a further distance. And then begin to rock your... So as you bring your right hand to the wall, and then try and bring your left hip to the wall. It's not going to get there, but that's the kind of the angle. And as you try to bring your left hip to the wall, drop your right elbow down. So you have this really deep sense of your belly mobilizing. Next time you reach towards the wall, pause there. You can, if you want, look up towards the ceiling. So there's always this question, well, in my mind, is like, which leg is actually, could we take off the floor here? So if you take your right foot off the floor, it changes the complete position. So feel that. As you take your right foot off the floor, everything has to lean a little bit more, okay? But if you take your left foot off the floor, nothing really changes. So if you want to intensify the posture, lift your left foot off the floor. Squeeze your left hip up more and more. Nice, come all the way down. Other side. So bring your right hand to the wall, either elbow bent or arm straight. Lean towards the wall with your left hand, and then lean towards the wall with your right hip and bring your elbow down. Nice. Next time you go over towards the wall with your left hand, pause there. You can look up towards the ceiling if you wish. And if you want to, lift your right foot off the floor. Super duper. Bring your foot to the floor. So change hands. Bring your left hand to the wall, and then lift your left foot up, and bring your left foot to the top of your right knee, and then lean forward and try and look at your foot as close as you can. And then realize that you need to pick up your sock, reach down, grab your sock on the floor, and then look at your foot again. Nice. Other side. Right hand to the wall, lift your right foot up. Bring your face as close to your foot as you can. How dirty is my foot? God. It's amazing. Amazing how strong a foot can become when it's barefoot all the time. How craggy a foot can become. You gotta pick up your sock. Come back to your foot. And come all the way up. Nice. Come land on the floor. Landing on the floor. And then bring your right foot up to your left knee. Anchor your elbows and just rock from side to side. Evelyn in Kilkenny, did you get your Dunstores mop out? Remember you sent me a text about your Dunstores mop, that the handle of the mop was very steady. Something happened to my knee in tango on Monday night, and I've kind of had this dull, stiff knee all week. It's very interesting. Doing things and realizing that my knee is saying, go slowly, reach the other side. So your left foot is up on your right knee. It's really brought me into my legs in a different way. Having to attend to something that is slightly, I don't know if it's vulnerable, it's just slower. And so, yeah, it's slowly changing as I give it attention to this week. It is rocking. I suppose feet to the floor, hands to your belly, and pause. What is it like to be in your body right now? What is the sense of you in this moment? How do you land a little bit deeper on the floor? Nice. So find the call within you. So do you want to draw your knees up onto your chest? Do you want to rock your knees from side to side? Do you want to do a twist? See what you want to do. How would you hear the deep of you and then make a movement based on creating satisfaction with that deep you? How do you hear the deep of you? What a great question. I think my tent is going up this weekend. I spent a lot of the last summer living in my bell tent in the garden, and so I think my tent is going up. So yeah, amazing. Have a wonderful day. Be you. Find the integrity of you as you move through your day, and yeah, hold the boundary of that. No, I won't do that. No, I'm okay. Thanks all the same. That's a really great idea, and I'm not available. Um, that's super. You go do that, and I'm going to be staying here. Get really good at no, and even get really good at yes. Both are very valuable things to do. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Ciao, ciao.